School's over for this semester. My hair's really tall, I feel like, right now. Anyways, so I decided to reward myself by my best friend Facebook Marketplace, which, as I say every single time, is a serious problem for me, and I probably need to manage my spending a little bit better. But we got some cool stuff in here. It's 4 cars. I spent 70 bucks on it, Canadian, which is like 50 American. I'm still trying to figure out if that was actually worth it, but I guess we'll find out. I think, honestly, now I'm thinking about it, it is, but you can be the judge of it later on once we look at the diecast. So let me flip the camera around and let's get at working at that. And as I'm in my university house, I don't actually have a background. So that's great. There's the advent calendar there, but I don't really want to make that my background. So let's just get started so I have a background. First up, let's go by years, actually, I think. Let's do this one first. It's another one of these random boxes, or random cases, I guess I should say, right? That's the best way to describe it. This one is the Coors Light Original can from 2002. This thing out. Looks pretty good. In comparison to, I don't think a can's ever looked like that. Maybe they did back in 2002. I thought they looked like a normal can. Let's get a normal can out for comparison. Oh well, first one's a Busch. Of course it is. They're relatively the same size, I guess, so that's pretty cool. I wish I could have, you could totally base it, actually, off of an actual can, I think. But maybe, you know, Coors, copyright, whatever. I don't know. It's personal rules. Interesting to note, they have a little pull tab here. I don't know if I'm supposed to keep that on. I'm assuming I do, because it comes out like this. But I can take off it if I want, which I won't, because I think it'll be very difficult to take this off without that little pull sticker. You also can't take the car completely out of the can, which is kind of nice, actually, so I don't have to prop it back in like the, which car was it? The Steve Park Penzo can. It was like that, and I could not get it out. The better question is how I'm going to get this thing out. Yeah, I can pop, oh, I can pop it out. It doesn't do anything, though. The real question is, how do I get this thing out? Okay, usually these things come with like an instruction manual of how to take it out of the box. I don't see anything like that. Like it was an instruction last time. I've turned it over now. I might be on the right track now. Let's see. Okay, I've definitely done this wrong, but yeah. Line out, or action when it was action, I guess. How do you get this thing out? I am so dumb. I knew this was gonna be the thing. I just didn't think I was able to open it. If this thing I think comes open. There we go. That took way too long. This took me 5 minutes. Okay. Here's the actual car. Probably because I'll never do a review on this one. Very similar to your standard Coors cars, except it's the Coors Original. When I first saw this, I thought it was just like a gold-plated car, but nope, this actually ran for a couple races back in 2002, which is better than nothing. It's got the circular screws, which means I'm going to have to absolutely destroy the base to get this thing out. Yay. But again, very detailed. Love these Dodges from back in the day. You can't go wrong with them. Excuse me. There will, I think, no, there wasn't. I've seen a couple times I've been able to buy the, like the Coors regular, just the gray, whatever you want to call it. I forget what we call it. What do we call it? The gray silver bullet? I don't know. Anyways, I can buy that one. I have one already, but the tires are kind of messed up on it, so I probably should buy a new one at some point. But for now, we have this one, which is still pretty nice. A little checker flag pattern. Goes all the way through the top of the car, and also on a bit of the sides as well, but then has a little bit of blank spot just for the gold finish on it. But it looks good. You could definitely confuse this with just being one of those gold-plated cars from like 1998, although it's a 2002 car, but you could easily make that mistake. But still, very nice. And it took me way too long to open that, so let's continue on. I don't know how I'm gonna store this now. Let's just... How does that look? That looks great. Let's just move this to the side. That looks better, probably. Yep, all right. Up next, we continue our Sterlin Marlin collection, I guess, with the 2005 Cotman transmissions, number 40 Dodge. I believe both of these are theoretically Ganassi cars. I'm for sure, I know this one for sure is Ganassi. I don't know, obviously this wasn't Team Sabaco still, so I guess this was a Ganassi car as well. I don't have many 2005s. I've said this over and over. From like 2004 to 2000, 10, 11, really. It's kind of my dead zone right now, which I'm trying to work on. This hull kind of does that. So I got this one. This is only like my third 2005. I have like a Labonte test car from 2005, the Mark Martin fantasy car from 2005, maybe a Dale Jr. from 05 as well, but not many. So I'm glad we got this one. It looks decent. Very basic winter circle car. I don't know what's going on this front end. I don't think I've ever seen the Dodges from 2005 on a diecast. Looks accurate. It just looks weird sometimes. That's just that's always been my view on those. Is it sponsored by Hot Tamales on the quarter panel? It is. Look at that. What a sponsor. Yeah. I don't know if Nextel was a sponsor yet for 2005. I don't think they were. I think it was still... Would it still be Winston back in 2005? No. No, it was Nextel for sure. I guess that's the Nextel logo right there, is it? I don't know if it is. It might not be. But there is no series logo on the back or the front or anything. So, this is Bill Davis Racing. Why is this? It says CAT as well. I'm assuming that's just regular stuff. This wasn't a Bill Davis Racing car, was it? I thought this was Ganassi. And it doesn't have the team logo on the front. So we will never know. That's it for all the Sterlin Marlins. Now we got two more. So let's do this one first. How about this? A Ryan Newman 2008 number 12 Alltel COT car from Winter Circle. It is a COT. Look at the rear wing. This was a big find, personally. I think this is why it was probably $70 for this car. It's a little crusty. I'm not gonna lie. The case, I gotta definitely just Windex it off, I think. I'm also glad I'm doing this as I cleaned my table, so that's great. But yeah, it's gonna need a little scrub down. But once the diecast is out of the case, it should look pretty good. Very simple looking car, actually. I don't know what's going on with that decal for the Dodge. It looks kind of like a couple paint chips maybe on the front grill. It's hard to tell though. But otherwise, pretty clean. Another Dodge. A lot of Dodges in this haul, I just realized. I don't think we have any more. No, we only have one more car left, and it's not a Dodge. But yeah, a very nice car. My last Newman would have been the 2002 Newman, I think. So we filled that gap, I guess. But this is my second COT number 12, I think, as well, because I got that Keselowski 2010 car, or 2009, that was supposedly for 2010 that never actually ran COT as well. So that's pretty cool. It's a shame that they stopped basically running the 12 after Newman left, and it was only part-time for a couple races, and then it didn't return until Ryan Blaney. But that's just Penske for you. Once again, another cool car. And the final car of this mini haul, another COT. Kyle Busch 2008 M&M's. I believe it's just the normal M&M's car as well. It is a Sprint Cup car. Yeah, okay, obviously. I don't know. I just don't remember seeing this guy on the old original M&M's cars, but maybe that's the case. Looks like kind of like a pit crew thing. I can't figure it out for my life. I'm pretty sure it's a standard card though. It's got that silver number, which I never understood from 2008. I'm so glad they went back to white, but it still looks good. Love the COTs. It's my first Kyle Busch COT, I think for sure. I have two other Gen 5 cars, but they're from 2011 or 2012, so they're just the standard wing, or standard spoiler instead of the COT wings. Still very cool. And again, big reason why I think this haul was $70 is these two cars alone. So I'm gonna guess like 20, 20, 15, 15 is how he broke it up or something, or 20, 20, 20, and $10, because that maybe he just didn't even like do the math for it. But that's kind of what I expected, because there was no price on it, and there's a bunch of other random cars. It was like a 2010 program car, didn't buy it. And then they had a Sterlin Marlin ornament, which I also don't understand, but they had that, so I didn't want that. But pretty cool haul. I'm just really excited for these two COT cars. I gotta find some more, but we're slowly making our way into building a solid car tomorrow collection, and Gen 5s for that matter, and late Gen 4s. So that's kind of the focus area for now. And without that, that's it. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And maybe I'll do reviews for these. Probably not. I also don't know when I'm releasing this. I'm assuming it's before Christmas. Christmas haul's coming. Collection also. Collection tour. I'm about to film that, so that's also coming. But stay tuned. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.